Good everyone, my name is Graphics. If you look at the left hand side of the screen, you see a figure and we are told to reproduce that given figure using the principle of what? Isometric. That is, we should reproduce it in isometric projection. Now, the first thing you do when you hear the word isometric axis, when you hear the word isometric, is for you to draw your isometric axis, right? How did I mean? You're going to draw the vertical line and you're going to draw the horizontal line at an angle of what? 30 degrees. That is, my instrument is placed in this manner. This angle 30 degrees to the horizontal, right? Now after I've done that, the entire length that is given here is what? Is 50. So I am going to measure the 50. So from here, this is 0, this is 40, and this is what? 50. And the entire width here is given to be 20. So I'll come here, this is 0, and this is what? 20. Let's take it up so we have better view, right? And the entire height, now we're only given from the base here to the center of this arc, which is 45, then plus the radius. So 45 plus 25, that is going to give us what? 70, right? That will give us 70. So I'm going to measure a height of what? 70. So from 0 here, I'll measure height of 70. From 0, this is 70 here. Can you see that? Then I will use that to form my what? My box, like I always tell you. So you just place your instrument on your T-square and you draw your vertical line upward. And you move it to the other side also. You draw your vertical line upward. Hope you can see that. Then you close it up. What you do here, you're going to do it here also. And here also. And you're going to close it up here. Hope you can see that. So this is what we are coming up with. So once you have done that, if you look at the diagram very well, this part is thickened. So I am going to thicken this part. And if you look at it very well also, this part is thickened. So I'm going to thicken this part. Hope you can see that. Now we know very well that the diameter here is what? 50 because the radius is 25. So what I'll simply do is I'll place my instrument here and I'll come here, then I'll mark down, right? Then I'll use my instrument, I'll make it to form a box. I don't want to mark here and here. Since I have my instrument, I'll just transfer the point out together. So from this point straight down here is the point I need. So I can easily call those points. Now I want to teach you how to draw a semicircle, right? So if here is 1, here is 2, here is 3, and here is 4. What I'll do is I'm going to join the longest diagonal because from here to here is longer than from here to here. So I'll join from here to here. So I'll come here, and I'm going to draw this. Hope you can see that. And the next thing I'll do is to get the midpoint, and it's easy to get the midpoint. Just join the other diagonal, but you don't join it completely. You just need the 2 points from here to this point. So I'll just mark here. So that point, it intersects. That is the midpoint of that plane. So I'll just place my instrument this way, right? So when I move it to that point on my T-square, where they meet, I'll draw a line this way. So they are meeting here, and I'll draw another vertical line this way. Right? So once I've done that, then I can say here should be my 5, here will be 6, here will be 7, and here will be what? 8. Now I can choose between 1 and 3, whatever I want to do. If I choose 1, I will join it to the vertical line 8 and 7. Can you see that? If I choose 3, I'll join it to still the vertical line 6 and 5. So whatever I'm doing, whatever point you want to choose, you get the same value, the same result. Now I've gotten this point here. I got this point here. So I can easily call here to be 9.9 and what? And 0.10. The reason why I'm naming them so you get to understand the point I'm actually talking about. Now I will now take my instrument. If I place it here, right, I will connect from here to here. So let's do that and see. Can you see that? And if I place it here, I'll connect from here to here. Hope you can see that. Now I can easily just connect from point 7 to the base here. And from point 5 to the base here. Hope you can see that we've done the face, but this is 3D, so we still have to come to the back also. So what I'll simply do to avoid too much stories is that I will just project here to get this point. I need this point, right? And I'll just connect this point, because if here is 2, here also is 2. If here is 4, here also is what? Is 4. So I'll connect 2 and 4 again. Can you see that? And the next thing I'm going to do is that if I project these 2 again from here, I might not project it, I might just come to 1. I'll project 1. And I'm going to now project 2. So where 2 meet 1 here, that will be my new point 1. I use this to get this. I don't want to just, let me just draw it out. That's my new point 1. So why am I doing this? It's as simple as you can see it from this point, the same thing as this point. That's where I can just target it to. So if I use from here, if I use from here to get this point to it, that means I'll use from 1 to get the next point 2. Right? Can you see that? And I'm going to tick in here also, from this point to here. Hope you can see that. And to get this point 9, to get this arc, I'll just transfer the point from point 9, placing my set square, my t square. I'll transfer the point here. You can do it this way, or you can really just take your compass and you place it on 4 to this point on that line, and you come to this point also and you mark any of the two you want to do. So since I got that point, that means for me to get from here to here, right, meaning that if I place it here, I'm going to complete this. So I'll just stop at this point here. I will not complete it. I'll stop at the diagonal. Then I will now take my instrument. Then I'll just connect from this point to this point. Hope you can see that. So what we have here, we have successfully reproduced the figure that you can see on the left hand side of the screen in isometric projection. Why this is isometric? Because this inclined line here, the angle between here, angle between here, and the angle between here and here is given to be what? Angle 30 degree. Here also angle what? 30 degree. So this is what we have here. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.